I have never been an Xbox guy. I've always been a PlayStation, Nintendo dude. Growing up, my gaming identity was formed alongside zombies and narrow corridors, Paul Phoenix's hair, and that one gymnast Italian plumber dude. I skipped the green helmet guy, the chainsaw bros, and the bathroom choirs because, frankly, it was never really my bag. And yet, for the past 5 months of this latest gaming generation, I have only been playing my Xbox. Over the past couple of years, Xbox has managed to change its entire identity from the console that came pre-packaged with a headset used to talk shit to randoms on the internet to the one that wants you to play more games how you want with more people, like your grandma. And I am 110% here for it. Which is really odd for me to admit because, well, how did Xbox go from the bro gamer console of choice to the system meant for everyone, including me and grandma? Let's back up. Xbox slammed into scene in 2001. It was a big bulky dude with a lot of attitude, and I couldn't care less because it wasn't a PlayStation 2. Besides, was it backwards compatible with Jackie Chan Stuntmaster? No. Could have played Tekken 4? No. It did have that one fighting game with the big arms, but the only thing big I cared about was Paul's hair. Yeah! Still, I played Halo with my friends, shouting obscenities in the privacy of a musty, unfinished basement, surrounded around Mountain Dew cans and frozen pizza. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but when I went back home, I wasn't pining to get back and shoot it out in the Blood Gulch. I was more concerned with tending to my Pikmin, because I'm a f***ing dweeb. And I own it. Roll in 2005, the Xbox 360 hits the floor running, starting the next generation of gaming a full year ahead of Nintendo and PlayStation, and I still didn't care because I was busy playing Resident Evil 4 for the 28th time.
Thank you.
Still, yet again, I found myself in a friend's basement playing not Halo, but Gears of War, and something else was different. We were still shouting obscenities, but this time not at one another in private, but into a headset at strangers over Xbox Live. I watched as my male counterparts formed a tribe-like bond with these other players. They had repeated sessions, routinely planned every week. Online bromances formed over Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, and Gears, with their gamer tags boasting a player-formed clan name. And honestly, it was kind of amazing seeing these strangers connect in this way. Endearing. Really, but it all equally, very quickly, started to feel like one big gamer fraternity. And so, the Xbox Bro was born, and I was not one of them. Now, it's important that I mention that I'm not really judging the bro gamer. I just sought value from games in a different way. And it's also important I mention that the bro gamer just didn't exist in this bubble of Xbox. In fact, bro culture was the most prevalent in the mid to early 2000s. Look no further than the American Pie trilogy or Van Wilder or any number of arena-based multiplayer shooters.
Welcome to Unreal Tournament, everyone.
Not push me. Oh!
Terms like bromance entered the Oxford Dictionary in 2001, and over the following decade, bro-affiliated terms began popping up more and more. Bro hug, bro down, bohemian, most of which found their way into esteemed publications like the New York Times. And Xbox rose alongside it, riding its highest wave of success with the boom of the bro. And that wasn't entirely a coincidence either. Xbox game designer Daniel Cook wrote a blog in 2013 and said Microsoft worked on marketing campaigns that put, quote, machoism, ultra-violence, and chimp boys with backwards caps in the spotlight. He even called the Xbox a pre-packaged group identity machine. Ouch. Okay, so here's where we're at. Bro culture was a thing, and Xbox wanted to cultivate that. Again, I'm not judging. There was some good stuff that came out of it. But what sticks out to me the most is that I finally understand why I couldn't find a place in the Xbox community. It's not that I was projecting that onto Xbox, it's that Xbox was projecting that onto me. And I wasn't really into it. So seeing Cook's blog, in a lot of ways, really validated my feelings on the whole thing. But the story continues. The Xbox One stumbled out of the gate and I had already stopped paying attention to Xbox altogether. However, during the years following, something interesting began to happen. I was doom scrolling through Twitter when I locked eyes with Xbox again, and something was different about it. Its hair was cut. It got into shape. And it had a charming smile on its face. And it was wearing a Double Fine t-shirt? Wait, what the f? Wait, what? As it would turn out while I was looking away, Microsoft had acquired one of my favorite gaming studios, Double Fine. Left and right, Xbox began making choices that made me look at the console through an entirely different lens. I began seeing opportunities for gamers in a way that wasn't front and center before. The chance for a catalog of games to find new audiences in a way that was more accessible than ever. And, most recently, encouraged me not to play games with my frat gamer bros, but grandma. It was the first time that Xbox was making bold decisions that somehow felt as though they were directed right at me. Gone are the days where Xbox packaged a headset with Xbox Live, and on with the days where me, the gamer, and what I want to play and how I play it felt like the center of attention. And you know, this isn't about my judgment of culture or who is defined as a bro. It's about how Xbox became more than that, and eventually won someone over who had no interest in what the brand had to offer just a few years prior. So yeah, Game Pass is awesome. We know that. But that service is all but a cog in the gaps that Xbox is closing and the bridges it's creating by making an entry point for everyone, from the casual gamer to the hardcore, regardless of age, generation, or accessibility requirements. All of which is bookended with a clear choice to invest in creative developers, not trying to cash in on one specific demographic, but to propel gaming as the medium it was intended to be. A space for everyone. I don't know what an Xbox bro is these days, but you know what? I think I am one. Yeah. Megatron's here to watch me do my outro. Yo, folks, thanks for indulging me on this journey to brodom. Again, this is just my own personal opinion and journey, and if you utterly disagree with me, that's okay. You can leave it in the comments. That's what they're for. And to say nice things, if you want. I read them, so I will know. Mean or nice. If you're new here, I'm Kurt. This is GameSpot. Welcome. Subscribe if your heart desires and all that jazz, the notifications, whatever suits you best. Anyways, we do a bunch of Xbox content. We do a bunch of video game content. So if that's a thing you like, then consider sticking around here. Okay, be well, play your games regardless of what console they're on. You're cool no matter what. Okay, bye.